here's another attempt on this journal. I like this journal because, as you can see here, there's motivational stickers that I put in here that I bought online. Some of these you can find in stores, but these are not very common in some stores. You probably have to go, God only knows how many stores to find those. And this is where you write the content. Like here, I didn't fill all this in. Ability, I put the date. Sometimes I might not put the date. And you might see it light instead of dark because I have a tendency to break the pencils. Not intentionally, but it's unintentionally, which is part of the dyspraxia. But people would say otherwise because they don't want to believe otherwise. Not my choice. Let's just see that's here. But here, you write a sentence based off the word, and then this one only has synonyms, not antonyms, and picture. The other one has illustrate, and there's 2 of these on one page, which is really nice. So based off how many words you want to use, and this is flooded with words. They're not alphabetical. I don't have them all alphabetical. Most, I know these words. I just, like this one, look at that. Totally empty except the word. That's how much stress people give me regularly. And that's to say, and that's another issue with different levels of stress, different levels of training or mentoring or whatever. So as I get more and more into it and try to cut out as much negative as I can despite who it's from, that's a primary goal when dealing with stuff like that. And it's not the easiest goal at all because of people's prejudgment and misjudgments that go along with that. They say, well, you can't control everything. Yeah, there's some things you can control, but people like to play around and say can't instead of can't. And that's another issue. I grew up with a certain gymnastics motto, which was, we don't use can't. We use a different words than that. So like if we don't want to do something, we say, I don't want to do that, or I won't do it instead of can't. Because there's certain things in sports that I probably should not be doing even with supervision until, my body says, hey, let's try it out. And it doesn't hurt, where my body knows it's going to be able to do it without hurting. That's another issue my family had, because they don't care about the pain that goes with it, or the pains that they caused me to have growing up. Because I was growing up with a lot of unnecessary pains I had to deal with that weren't handled professionally. So that was another issue, because even the physical therapist didn't know how to handle me properly that I had back when. That was another issue, because they didn't really want to take the time to understand. They kind of just rushed everything, rushed me, and it went downhill from there. But I managed through all of it, because I still have the will and drive, and my parents want so much credit for my will and drive, it's insane. I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you all the fucking credit. You don't deserve it. Not at all. Like with these are just like a form of flashcards. Number 5. And that's another thing, I might not say it at all. I might just show it. Like this. One of these. These were my favorite at one point in time. I like the colors in them. But yeah, they're like fidget toys and stuff. This is glass. That's the only bad thing about this is glass. But that's another thing that my parents didn't value well with me. It's like they didn't understand different things with that.